Not good. Not good. Play ball.
Henry Louis Gehrig was born June 19, 1903, on the Upper East Side of New York City, weighing in at 14 pounds. His parents, Heinrich and Christina, like millions of others, immigrated from Germany, but met and married in New York. The Gehrigs had 3 other children, but all died in infancy, so all the love and hopes of his parents were lavished on young Louis. When Lou was 4, the Gehrigs moved to the area of Upper Manhattan known as Washington Heights. Throughout the next few years, Lou would spend his time playing stickball on the streets along with other sports. He also helped his mother do chores around the house and ran errands for her. Early on, the kids in the neighborhood would make fun of him because his English wasn't very good, because his parents only spoke German around the house. The ridicule soon stopped, however, when Lou's father brought him to a gymnasium so he could build up his strength. By the time he was a teenager, he was stronger and taller than most boys his age. Lou entered Commerce High School in the fall of 1917. Most young men during that time entered the labor force or the military. Although Lou was a good athlete, he didn't want to try out for any of the sports teams. With the push of classmates and teachers, Lou started playing sports for his school and became a standout in football, soccer, wrestling, and baseball. During Lou's senior year, Commerce High won the city championship. By winning this game, they were selected by the New York Daily News to represent the city in a national championship game against the best team from Chicago, Lane Tech. Lou almost didn't get to go because his parents thought this baseball game would be a waste of time and get him nowhere. However, they finally gave in and allowed him to take the train to Chicago to play at Wrigley Field. In the 9th inning, Commerce was leading 8-6. The bases were loaded and Lou came to bat. On the second pitch, he hit a monstrous blow into the bleachers, guaranteeing a victory for Commerce. The next day, the papers read, "Lou Gehrig, the Babe Ruth of high schools." Lou's heroics made a lot of scouts take notice, including one from Columbia University. Lou wanted to quit school and get a full-time job. He was already working before and after school at a grocery store. His mother was working long days as a cook and laundress for a fraternity house at Columbia, and his father was not working because he was ill. But his parents insisted he go to college, so Lou accepted an athletic scholarship to Columbia for football and baseball. Lou was 18 years old the summer before he started college. A scout, Art Delvin, from the New York Giants, arranged a tryout at the Polo grounds. Lou didn't impress John McGraw, the Giants' manager. Delvin, not giving up so easily, offered Lou an opportunity to play with Hartford, a semi-pro team affiliated with the Giants. If Lou chose to play for Hartford, he would get a salary, but by doing this, he would violate a collegiate rule. Lou was told that many college players do it every summer, and that by playing under a fake name, he wouldn't get caught. Lou played 12 games before Columbia's baseball coach, Andy Coakley, found out. He made Lou quit and return home. Lou didn't mind much, though, because he was lonely and homesick. Because he played for Hartford, Lou was suspended from playing football and baseball for his first year of college. During Lou's sophomore year, he played the backfield for the football team and pitched, played first, and outfield for the baseball team. Lou was a standout player on both teams, and he became known as Columbia Lou. Towards the end of the baseball season, a scout from the Yankees offered Gehrig a contract for $3,500 and an additional $1,500 signing bonus. The offer was tempting, but Lou knew how much his parents wanted him to complete college. But with Lou's father sick again and his mother suffering from pneumonia, the family needed money to pay rent and doctor bills. So, at 20 years old, Lou signed with the New York Yankees. His parents were not happy to see him leave college after they worked so hard for his education, but Lou said, "Mom and Pop have made enough sacrifices for me. It's about time that I carry the load and take care of them." In 1923, Miller Huggins, the Yankee manager, took an immediate liking to the youngster. Lou, in return, respected and obeyed his authority. Lou joined the club of a team that had won 2 straight American League pennants. Gehrig got playing time here and there, but Huggins decided to send him down to Hartford so he could get more playing time. Lou performed very well and eventually was brought back up at the end of the season. Lou spent most of 1924 in Hartford, but in 1925, when the Yanks' regular first baseman, Wally Pipp, had a headache after being beamed by a pitch, Lou became the everyday first baseman. During Lou's first season as a regular, he performed greatly, leading the league in triples and having a .313 batting average. The Yanks end up losing the World Series, but that would be the only ones during the rest of the 20s and most of the 30s. During his first few seasons on the Yankees, Lou was quiet and somewhat awkward, but he got along with everyone on the team. Babe Ruth took him under his wings, and they struck up a friendship outside of baseball. Ruth was a party-goer and spent his money. Lou, however, was shy and sensible with his money, but they liked spending time fishing and playing cards together.